I should probably join
Hey everybody,
the
it's time
the
for
what is this
the,
game?
the Great
New
Ace
game.
Attorney. No, it's an old
Whoa!
game. So the good news is I watched the
New
previous
game.
stream while I was at work, and
I didn't.
we hadn't actually done any investigating yet on this case. We were doing all the legwork first.
Oh, that's right. Winthrop died.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Mr. Windibank. And they
Windibank,
think that
that's
the
his
girl
name.
whose name Lestrade, I think, Gina. They think Gina did
Jeannie?
it,
Gina?
but she
Gina?
didn't. And
Gina?
the only thing we really learned is that Gina hid something for Mr. McGilded in here in a jacket.
Big hat man in a jacket. And then some other guy, some blonde dude has showed up and's like, it's my jacket.
Eggert Benedict, yes.
Yeah.
That was his real name.
But it wasn't his jacket.
But it wasn't his jacket.
It wasn't his jacket. Wasn't his jacket. Hey, Mala guy, can you believe it? After 10,000 years.
After 10,000 years. 16th April, 1:26 p.m. Windibank's pawnbrokery. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Hey, Gregson. Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them.
Were you thrusting what? Who now?
Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregsy.
Yeah. Sorry,
Here
I
are the
forgot
representation papers.
about this mistake. I hate her. Oh God, I hate her. Your ladyship.
Oh my God.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How the hell did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I'll salute you. That's good what that is.
Thanks. I can see you've been very busy
Storm
here as well.
Range?
How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. The pinky, I forgot. The pinky is extremely good.
Ah, lovely.
He's fucking about to cry.
Yes, yes. I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please. You know what happened. You had no behind the counter.
Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windibank and Gina. He's still back there, and you heard him off yet?
Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then.
Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Get over spending much time on it. There's so many articles to go through, it's taking forever. Even with the lads working round the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case of Yardies to investigate urgently.
That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. Ah, yeah, there was some other thing going on that we don't know about yet.
So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine.
Okay.
Come then. Let us not waste any time.
Okay, if you insist. Oh, hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instructions for the yard to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts. Oh, that's gonna fucking take forever. Every article, but that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through it all in shifts at least, but still. We've been working through the night, that's for sure. And even then we'll barely have scratched the surface. A crime at a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know, a crime at a pawnbroker's.
Wow, you don't say.
Damn. Oh, this guy apparently says the
Shit.
same thing. Alright, let's go check out that storeroom.
Let's not even bother.
Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Gregsy said.
Oh, why aren't you the little genius that knows it's behind the door?
Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door.
Damn. You hate to see it.
Mr.
I
Winterbank,
wasted
face
such
down
a good
on the floor.
voice on him.
With Gina beside him.
As the accused
Accusades.
No, accused? Because I know it's accused. The
Yeah.
accused. But having to do, like,
the possessive.
SDS.
As the legal representative of the accused. just rearrange the sentence.
No, I'll get it. As the accused's legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruto.
Bad mouthfeel.
We must make a thorough investigation.
Yes, of course. And
I'm not talking about Henry David.
Behind that door, that's I was doing your voice. That's the real scene of the crime.
wait.
Don't worry,
we
if
put
there are
her
clues in
somewhere
there,
else?
I'll find them.
I wish you wouldn't.
I
wish you would find a hole in the ground.
I
I
a
want
new
the
location has
child
been added.
to disappear. Wait, we have to go. We have to menu to walk 5 feet.
Yeah, I guess so.
Through the window.
16th April, Winterbank's storeroom.
I don't know why, but something about that chalk outline is really funny to me.
Poor Iris.
I don't know what it is.
She's clammed up completely.
Maybe because she's a child at a crime scene. I don't know.
Could be.
It's like when Stephen Fry had trouble saying pocketed it.
Pocketed it.
Pocketed it.
Pocketed it.
I was bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Winterbank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
That's not what she's upset about, is it?
Or...
Ah!
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 Stop
Wait,
stealing my lines.
Inspector!
What is it now, sunshine?
You took one look at me and tried to run away.
That's because I ain't seen you. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped up little defense lawyer, do you? Well... I've never seen a ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. No, I didn't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me. You were running away from a 10-year-old. I was running away from an awkward conversation.
I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance may go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
His faces are really good.
I really like Gregson.
His complete lack of a chin is very...
He's just... My man's just a bowling pin, and it's fine. He's got infinite fish and chips. Yeah. Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
I don't think that went very well.
Why? Oh, I'm in the investigation, you sunshine. I told you not to get under my feet.
We were here first. You told me you were done in here.
I have investigating to do ourselves.
Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley. And inquire as to how Mr. Shulm's operation is going. He
got shot. I forgot about that.
He got shot.
He got shot. He got shot.
Let's look at some things in the room first.
Robert Downey Jr. meme, he's been shot.
Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many there are.
A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments. These are a few of my favorite things. Even some enormous paintings, look.
Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policeman shuffling around. And the blood stain.
What y'all gonna do about that, Sunshine?
It's not my fault man was shot in here. Get over it.
Yo, how many shot people you seen now? You been on in like a couple months? By God, be hundreds.
Out of all the articles in this storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Ah!
It's also bright red and in the light.
Yeah, I know. What is it, Iris? I bet that's the box that contains her manuscripts, I bet. That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in.
Appropriate since Robert Downey Jr. played Sherlock in a movie. In two movies.
Ah, it's true.
Right? It was 2?
I believe so.
Or was it 3? It was 2.
I think it was.
It was at least 2. It was definitely at least 2.
I don't know.
Oh.
Iris's
Really?
unpublished
They're
story,
quite good.
The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
Without.
Without.
We must check inside the box at once.
Yes.
I think 2. I think it was 2. I'm pretty sure it was 2. Sorry. Something about them standing far away like that just really
Especially
got me.
just to cut back to this. What was the point of that?
No. Why even? It was there. Iris's story was there.
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said...
37.
I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he'd deposited it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because that's not a very well-hidden frown. Iris's manuscript has been entered
What
into the
else
court
was
record.
in the box? Tell me, you pink-haired bitch.
What else? Is there anything else important in here? I mean, gun.
The
Probably.
gun.
The gun.
I mean, gun.
This is a revolver. A real one.
As opposed to one of them fake revolvers. And, well, I guess revolvers might be impressive if it's like early 1900s.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I mean, Japan doesn't
they
have
only
a lot
came
of
out
guns.
in like the 1800s. Yeah. Because I think revolvers started hitting the scene in like the 1860s. Bigly. I think that was the bigly time that revolvers started.
I, don't know,
I guess
sounds
that's
right
still
to me.
pretty old.
Yeah.
You know what they say? God created all men, but Colt made them equal. And quite possibly the murder weapon.
Is that a thing people
You
say?
snakes too. My dad said it. Does that count?
Why?
I don't know. He watched Western movies as a kid?
Yeah, you know what? That tracks. What's the matter,
You know, I'll
Susie?
look it up. Maybe it's a quote from something.
You and Bruno look like you're about to faint.
Yeah, that's it's an old. It used to be the slogan of Colt, the company.
Huh. Kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
Colt.
It's in Smithsonian. On this day in 1847, a Texas Ranger walked into Samuel Colt's shop and said, "Make me a 6-shooter." The old saying goes like this: God created men equal. Colonel Colt made them equal.
Huh.
Anyways.
Kind of a fucked up
Guns.
slogan.
I don't know. It's kind of. I mean, it's a little badass.
I mean, it's cool, but
Say- saying you're better than God. What with all the guns you've made?
How many guns did God make? None? I thought so.
Well, kind of all of them, if you think about it. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And
Well, it's
I've
metal,
had
first of
issues
all.
with guns in the past. Malagai just resubscribed for 33
True.
months. Thank you, Malagai.
Oh my God, Mulligai! We're playing Tabletop Simulator.
But I
You fucking clown.
But I saved,
fucking clown.
But I hit the done
You big
button.
dumbass. Now we're there. 3 days tabletop in a row. Give it up for 3 days. You know what's funny? Boko did hear about the Samuel Colt quote, but I know for a fact she has never seen the SpongeBob episode that she's referencing. I know for a fact.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, maybe I just forgot to hit done. Weird. And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windibank with this yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, it was the one he threatened to kill himself with several times.
I threatened to shoot myself, I shall have to take my own life.
It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here...
You misspelled the word bastion in that sentence, Bogan.
That was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. I just forgot to read for a second. I read it with my eyes and went, huh, that's a sentence.
Mr. Windibank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? For shooting himself.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
That's not your voice.
Overwatch 2 doesn't exist, Boko. It's a myth.
So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Maybe he shot himself in the shoulder.
Through the heart.
It'd be really impressive.
Bastion is a good game, though.
The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line.
There, I said it. Thanks. Thanks for the zoom in there.
Yeah, I saw it.
I hadn't seen it before.
Poor Mr. Windibank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was just shot once through the heart. Most likely, if he died instantly, he wouldn't have felt a thing. So, at least you're not dead, right?
Aha! I may well be able to help with that.
What?
I'm gonna kill myself.
There's nothing like the
Steven.
sight of blood to get
this.
the blood pumping, is there,
this.
Rudo?
I hate her stupid clown music. Her fucking. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes me.
You got this.
No, the music's just like.
You can just mute the stream.
God. You know what? Fair. You know what? Good point.
I'll tell you when the music. I'll tell you when the music turns back.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold.
There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes, what a scientific observation.
So you need this.
Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing?
Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does.
Oh god! Watch!
Kabam! Dead.
Poof. It's blue now.
Why?
Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed.
Does it make sense now?
Yes,
no.
I think I'm starting to understand.
Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see?
Oh, I see.
Oh, it color codes the blood based on your blood type. That's fucking stupid. I hate that. Why would it fucking, why? Oh! Ah! Hang on.
It'll
Give
be
me a
important
moment
later.
to process this.
Steampunk.
I'm gonna piss myself. I can't. All guys chatting. Chat to the heart and you're to blame. Good song. Forgot how much hatred Josh had towards Iris. It's never ending. It's a ceaseless well. Abadi abada. Yes, how wonderful.
A chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is you're looking at in a flash.
But we but we don't have anything to compare it
what
to.
a fabulous invention, Iris.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great.
So, whose blood are we looking at then?
This must be Mr. Winterbank's blood.
Yes,
You
this
don't
is where
know
he
that.
was shot, so there can't be any question of that.
There could be a question of it. You don't technically know it's it. This could turn out to be a very valuable clue. So we simply must make a note of it.
The blood analysis has been entered into the court record.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio.
There was a blood stain in the other room on the calendar, so that's probably another one to look at. Wouldn't bloody grade have made more sense? Yeah, probably.
As long as I have reagent left, sure.
Anyway,
Just make more. Pull it out from your infinite science pouch.
Iris,
Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit.
Yes, absolutely.
is there anything left to click on in here? I don't see anything. Ah, there's an open drawer. Ah, never mind, it's nothing. Right, nothing else to click
Nice.
on. Let's talk to Gregson. The scene of the crime.
Aye.
So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Sure, you've got eyes, haven't you? It is what it looks like, nothing more, nothing less.
Okay. Iris, can you lend me a hand?
So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain.
You control this man's paycheck,
not
making
it.
you the most
Shh.
powerful person in the world.
Last night, and shortly after the hour 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside.
So it was locked from the inside.
The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing? Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible. Oh, as you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thus-wise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Also, I paused for a second there because my brain was trying to process if I had said prostate.
No, you got it.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know. Yes,
Not
when I
full
saw
on.
her, she appeared to be unconscious.
I'm afraid to say she had the gun that is used in her hand.
No!
Presumably, it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now.
In a pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What? The key to the storeroom?
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector? Correct. Oh, which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid.
But, like, logically I mean, we know she didn't do it. But also, why would she lock
Yes.
herself in the room with the murder
Maybe she
victim?
didn't. Obviously, my point of view is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Yeah, of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. Sholmes' operation. How's our buddy doing? How's our buddy with the
Oh, he
voice that
died.
hurts me doing?
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley?
This-
Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
Now, he died 2 hours ago. Well,
Not
the
a
thing
shame,
is,
that.
bloody shame. Don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is... No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well... Out with it! She'll throw you, she'll do it. Yes, ma'am. Oh my god. Look at angry Susato. Looking to weep at how shitty Maya is in comparison. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body? Anesthetized? Is that even possible? Oh yeah, they did mention something about how for some reason whatever anesthetic they were using wasn't working. Could be because of the cocaine addiction, I don't know.
His body was on too many drugs. It processes antigens too fast.
Too fast.
It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep. Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. Trouble is, the nice thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. And he died. You couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now ops finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently. Oh my! Everyone knows it was the anesthetics to his system, one of them looks just plain exhausted. Oh no, they brought him down from his cocaine addiction, and he's catching up on sleep. Oh no!
Oh no!
You fools, he hadn't slept in 30 years. But anyway, all he can do is stand back and watch until he comes round again. Or doesn't.
Eh.
Whatever. And Mary opens his eyes, your ladyship. I swear I shall get word to you.
What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. Alright, is that all you've got for me? I'm gonna present you some things. What do you think of the blood? Inspector Gregson, can you give me your opinion about this, do you think?
We don't tend to share, sunshine. Not with the general public.
In that case, Gregsy, how about some herbal tea?
Ah, lovely. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
You don't mind sharing that, then? Oh, you don't mind sharing that, then? Alright, well, in that case, I don't think you have anything for me.
What do you think of my cool armband?
What do you think of my cool armband? Alright, let's examine it here now that we've got that blood stuff. Because there was some blood at
The blood stuff for Cusco. Cusco's blood stuff. Whose blood is it?
Ah, look here!
It's April 16th. Oh yes, a bullet hole. And I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall.
Presumably Mr. Windibank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time, given that he only had one bullet.
Ah, well. Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that.
Sorry?
It's all there in the adventure of Herlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris?
Ah, did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps.
In jest?
Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now, Bruno. Let's examine this bullet.
Okay.
Oh, he appears to be made out of metal.
Crazy.
What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar.
Shit, dude.
This is
I
what
think
I
it might
come
be.
in.
What?
I hate the clown music.
She turned Irish for a second. Oh, right. If the blood changes to be the same color as the sample from the storeroom, we'll know that it's Mr. Windibank's blood.
Exactly.
You
Here
always
we
use
go,
the
then.
stereoscope so you can see the 3DS's amazing capabilities.
No, this is
I don't
green
know.
blood.
We did
It's different
green.
blood.
It's Shrek.
It's Shrek's blood.
Shrek was here.
I mean, I'm guessing that's probably Sholmes' blood.
It's completely different to the color that Mr. Windibank's blood turned in the analysis.
Just goes to show, things don't always go according to plan, do they?
Nevertheless, we must add this sample to the results of the other blood analysis.
The blood samples portfolio has been updated in the courtroom record. Is there anything else important in here? I don't remember there being anything.
What happens if you shoot a blood puddle and it turns into like teal, but you shoot another one and it's like chartreuse?
Yeah, what if they're very similar but not the same color? I mean, presumably...
Do you have to break out the hex color chart?
What if two people have the same blood type? I mean...
Well, fucked. It's Ganon's blood from the localized version of Ocarina of Time, of
That
course.
strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things as if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Okay, I was hoping for something more useful there. What's this thing?
Well...
Oh, right. I'm fairly
viewer
sure this
thing.
contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again.
Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope.
Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Sholmes showed us a picture yesterday you were supposed to see in 3 dimensions. But for that he used the great big contraption over there.
Ah well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself.
Wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparking clean anyway.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Maybe it's a weird localization. Maybe it's a joke that doesn't translate.
Oh, okay.
That's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Runel?
Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan.
Oh well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen?
We didn't actually play this yesterday, did we?
No.
We just noticed it.
What do you think? Isn't
There
it
is
a
that
pretty
disc
sound?
that we need to find.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks.
Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word.
Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. Alright, anything else in here look interesting? Not really. Oh, broken glass.
I mean, there's stuff on the shelves you could look at.
There's the article ledger here and Mr. Windibank's notes, and... Hmm?
Take the
Ah,
cat. Take the
What's
cat
this?
print.
Looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind.
Oh, look on the back. There's some writing.
Is there? Ooh, show us, Susie, show us.
Lost my voice there. Ah, bloody fingerprint.
15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited one gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid £1. Redemption deadline 15th April, 10:30 p.m.
A gentleman's overcoat pawned
This
for
is
a
you.
pound. Clearly, it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think...
Yes, this must be the ticket from the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
It seems Mr. Winterbank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand. Kitty.
But this photograph of a cat looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture before somewhere else recently. Yeah, Ginny had one.
Oh, yes, you're right, very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier.
Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us the print.
Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruto? Get it out.
Alright, let the cogs turn.
And we're gonna have to put them in the stereoscope.
Oh!
look at them. Hang on, don't move from the screen. I'm doing the thing with my eyes. To make it 3D.
They are slightly different. The cat's looking to the left in one of them.
Yes. You can tell. Well, it's because then when you combine them, it kind of
Yeah.
looks 3D.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now. I'm just trying to see what the clue is that I'm supposed to be finding while
I'm guessing
doing
the
it
clue is
3D.
just that it's on the back of the cards or something.
Oh, maybe. I am enjoying this three-dimensional cat, though. Look at
Yeah.
that. Viewers at home,
I
do
can't.
the thing with the magic eye book.
I can't do it.
Can you not? What are
no.
you, stupid?
I'm not
it's
really
really
good
easy.
I've never been very good at magic
Can't you
eye
cross
stuff.
your eyes? You can cross your eyes, right? Just cross your eyes and line up the cat's head with the cat's head. And then just lock it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not doing it.
Once you'll have it, you'll know. I'm like super good at this. I can just like boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's me. Sorry, I'll stop doing the cat.
Yeah, I was
Thing.
trying really hard. I can't do it. I'm not good at the thing.
I don't know how you can't do it, but I also don't know how to describe doing it.
Yeah, I know.
I just cross. It's like, you know, when you cross your eyes, you get like the two images. You just gotta line them up, and then you like don't focus on in front of you. You like try to look past the screen.
Like, I can unfocus my
Anyways.
eyes. I just can't cross them, I think, maybe. Weird.
Yes, they are exactly the same. No, they're not.
No, they're not. Heh, I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret. A secret? What does she mean?
You must tell us, Iris, at once.
Hehe, do you really, really, really want to know?
Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Well, hold on, I wasn't done examining
Okay.
things.
Well, go look at the shelf on the right. This is just the counter again, I think.
Ledger that's open on the counter there really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn.
It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me.
But clearly Mr. Windibank was very careful when it came to articles in his care. Well, I want to talk about this lamp that's broken and currently on the floor, but I'm not allowed
Nope,
to talk about
not
it yet.
important. Look at the shelf on the right. There was something that flashed up there. Or is it just about the shelves, probably?
These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy.
Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example?
Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know. Are you alright, Bruno?
Oh, it's just... Well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you owned them. Even that horse statue.
That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever.
Yeah, I guess this is nothing. That's just... Yeah, that was just about the shelf, I guess. Hold on, is this Bobby different from the other Bobbies? This Bobby is different from the
Apparently.
other Bobbies. This officer's been
unique.
staring intently at the wall since before we came in here.
Shh, keep it down.
Oh, sorry.
He's trying to get out of work.
There's a major clue just here.
Really? Then we must tell Gregsy at once.
But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over me shift. They really have a tough time, the British police.
That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it?
No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering. Yeah, I know. I fucking already... It was super obvious.
And yet
Oh,
it doesn't
there's-
have a check mark.
Yeah, there's more dialogue. Green blood. It just seems wrong somehow.
Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples, too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different.
I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know.
Great.
So I guess it doesn't work on blood type then? Or maybe it's just more granular than... I don't know.
It's
magic.
The description of the it is magic.
It's
The
just
description of the
magic.
item though just said everyone's blood turns a different color.
I assumed it was by
Just
blood type or something, but
by the grace of God, I guess.
by the magic of video game. Alright, well, let's talk, I guess. What's up? Pair of photographs. They're for the stereoscope, we already know. So, Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here and on Mr. Windibank's counter, and the one Gina gave us before.
Oh,
What is
you're
this
gonna do it
amazing
again.
secret you mentioned that's hidden between
Yeah.
these two identical prints?
Yeah, they're not
Actually,
identical.
That's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not? I noticed that right away.
Have another look at them now.
Are you gonna merge them?
Can't you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle, though.
Sorry, when it fades into this and my eyes are still crossed, it's chaos.
Yeah, oh, that's weird. I guess I've never been able to cross my eyes. A weird thing to learn right now.
Turn on your 3DS's 3D mode.
Yeah, hold on.
It's like in that Spy Kids movie when they're like, whenever someone puts on 3D glasses, put yours on too. Remember that? Remember when that was the shtick?
Fuck,
the movie wasn't always in 3D. It was only when a character put on 3D glasses that you had to put on 3D glasses. Why did they do that?
I don't know. That was weird. Why were movies just? This trend didn't last very long, but why was there a couple years where all movies were just 3D for some reason?
Well, there
Like,
was the
pretty
big
recently.
3D trend. There was like two, right? There was the old red and blue
Right.
3D. When that came out, there was a lot of 3D movies for no reason. And then when Avatar came out, it sold $1 billion because it had the new 3D technology where instead of blue glasses, it was just polarized lenses.
Yeah.
And the polarization did the same effect of merging the two slightly different images. And then that sold so well that everyone wanted to go see and make real 3D movies. So even Judge Dredd, well, the movie was just called Dredd, came out in real 3D.
Yeah.
And then it just died out because everyone realized it was dumb and it made your eyes hurt and the glasses were stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the glasses are dumb and it makes your eyes hurt. And they charged you like $30 a ticket. Not really, but it was like an extra $5 to $10 a ticket. It was crazy.
3D. Yeah, I know. Weird.
What's the reason for the subtle differences between the two prints?
Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Ah, stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently? Fuck, it was 2 minutes
I don't
ago,
know.
Rionosuke.
We don't talk about Rune. No.
No.
It's pretty clever.
Yeah. Good job. Hide that game.
What? Who?
What? That's
Whomst?
the person
What?
in the
What?
chat
Who?
was saying hi.
Chat?
Yeah.
What is this, a Twitch stream?
Yeah, sometimes.
Can you imagine if I was just now finding out?
Wait
Like
a
I
minute.
just had no idea. I thought we were just playing this game. I thought we were just friends.
No, we're content creators.
We're making content from the content mind.
Content.
Oh, yes. That's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday.
You.
You see? There it is. Just over there.
Ah, yes, of course, that magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of these contraptions.
Shut up.
I know.
Stop mocking me. What, really?
Even a dumb idiot baby could do it. You'd have to be real fucking stupid to not be able to do it.
Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place?
No, I have no idea. I'm a child.
Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
I don't need. We already know. Hold on, I'll try to go through this quick.
Have you ever considered, Bruno, how I see depth in the world around us?
Well, I just opened them and it works. I mean,
That's true, Rionosuke. That's true.
he's not wrong.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
2 eyes. Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye,
They actually did change the image slightly. That's cool.
are ever so slightly different.
I didn't like
You
when
get
it changed back.
You get a different view with each eye.
Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly.
Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth and it merges two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
My brain is really amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Word.
Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consisted of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right?
Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints.
Yes, Bruno. You're beginning to understand.
And a stereoscope's
It's
function
very
is to act as
easy.
your brain and allow you to do just that.
Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
Oh!
Unless you're some sort of dipshit who
can you?
can't cross your eyes. You fucking loser.
You can, really?
Steven, which one of those things what are you missing? It wasn't the two prints, we had those. Do you have two eyes and one brain? What are you missing, Steven? Which of those are you missing, Steven? Let's try it, Steven. See if you can view this pair of
without
prints.
the help of stereoscope.
Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Shizadra-san really loves this kind of thing. Knowledge.
You need to be able to cross your eyes.
You
That's
need
the
to
main
be
thing.
able to cross your eyes.
No.
Can you do that?
Cross my eyes. I think I can. I can't, Ryunosuke. I can't.
How can you not? Just try to
Watch
look
me
at
and
your
see if
nose,
you can copy.
and it does it.
Please don't just... Okay.
Steven, I hit it. Steven, get it out of here. Get it away. Get it away. No, no, stop. Curse.
your eyes
Move,
do this.
Move on. Move on.
No, 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 no.
Don't. No. No. If I never, no. Steven, stop. Ready, Mr. Naruto. You hate it. Oh, it's so unsettling. Oh, it's actually making me upset. Steven, I'm like leaning back in my chair,
Wonderful, now it's
spinning
your
away.
turn, Bruno. Trick is to concentrate on looking.
The bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. I can't.
You
Not exactly
can.
easy task.
Babies can
Two
do it.
people are staring at you cross-eyed.
I hate this fucking image so much. Oh, thank God she stopped. Oh God, good. Oh, I like how you moved on, knowing I was too distraught to read my lines.
Whew.
Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints.
Alright, I'll give it one more go.
There's a cool new machine that does this principle like 3D images. It's called the Nintendo 3DS. In stores now.
Start by staring at one print and slowly cross your eyes. You should see two overlapping images like this.
It's true. And then you just put the
You
overlaps
try
together.
that, Bruno.
I'm just gonna have to give it a try, I suppose. I will give it one more actual try.
Just look at the bridge of your nose, idiot. How can you not look at a thing? What are you, dumb?
Well, I have one good eye and one bad eye is the problem, so I think the good eye just overwrites the bad one.
What?
That's actually something that my optometrist told me, is that essentially one of my eyes is lazy, so the other one just does the work for it and kind of ignores anything that the other one can't see. Stupid eyeballs.
Oh,
Oh, hold on.
The
imagine
prints
having
prints two
stupid
images
eyes.
for you. Now the next step.
Hold on, I'll try putting on my glasses and see if that helps.
Oh,
is
yeah,
put the pair of
probably.
prints side by side like
I
this,
can't-
and then try crossing your eyes again.
Can I do this without my glasses? I can do it without my glasses, but I can't see what's happening, so it doesn't matter. It's-
They
Wow, I
form a
bet
new
this looks
single
great
image
in
in
3D.
grids in the center.
Oh, yeah! Listen.
Alright, Mala
Mr.
guy.
Naruto, it works. I can see it in the middle now. I have one good eye and one bad eye. Oh, Mullah guy can still. Ah!
Shut
Fuck
up!
off! Sorry. I don't like this. I don't like this image. It looks so real. Oh, I could look at it all day.
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt.
Your turn, Bruno.
Ah, fuck off. Put my damn glasses back on.
Pretend you're looking through two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the
It's
pictures to
so
your eyes.
easy. Then again, I looked at a lot of Magic Eye books, and then once you've got it, I can shift my head a little bit left and right. It looks like the cat's kind of doing a little dance, doing a little cat jam. Cat jam.
Nah, fuck, I can't do it. All that's happening is the cats are going in and out of focus as I change my point of vision. Ugh.
That's sad. I love
Like
Magic
this,
Eye
is
books.
it?
Where are my Magic Eye books? I need to go find those. Maybe I'll start collecting them again.
Again, this was probably really cool on the 3DS. There, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work. I did.
What's terrifying, the cats or when Susato does the eyes? 'Cause I don't like Susato doing the eyes. It's upsetting. It's unsettling. It worries me. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Bruno?
They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, it is.
Though some people find it easier than others.
That's true.
But that's why contraptions like this exist.
It's
People who find
very
it
true, isn't it?
Fucking.
I don't know why I'm weirdly bullying you this whole episode.
I didn't expect this would be the thing that happened tonight when we returned to the Great Ace Attorney. I wasn't expecting to be bullied over my fucking bad eyes that can't go cross-eyed.
Look at Mr. Can't Go Cross-eyed over here. Look at fucking this dumbass.
Yeah.
It's like she was staring at my soul. I know, right? I hated it. Oh, I recognize that. Why I go British? I'm dying. We saw one out. I forgot that
Sorry.
we saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you pressed this little knob here. Then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back and...
It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now.
London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
Well, nerd, they can unfocus their vision at can't unfocus their... Why, I can unfocus my vision at will. The problem is that I can't go cross-eyed, so it doesn't matter in this context. I can just stop perceiving at any point.
I can't believe you didn't find that. Wait, I forget. Is this one... Are we playing the PC port of this, right?
Yes.
Okay. How did you not find it hysterical when they showed the picture of the cat and they were like amazing?
I know. I mean, it was really
me
funny.
up.
They're like, "Wow, cool."
It's just the same.
It's the same image of the cat that's been there the whole time. Astounding. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
It is. It is. It gives you a real sense of superiority.
Stereoscopic pictures. I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. The second white cat photograph has been entered in the court record. Okay, but why did it matter? Oh, it already did that. So if I go... If I examine the... Can I put them together in my inventory?
Well, we don't
White
need
cat
to,
photograph
right?
number 2.
I guess you could look at the other one just in case there's something on the back.
There
right?
is. There's a bloody fingerprint.
Mr. Naruto. Yeah, it rocks. Yeah, right, Mola guy? Mola guy, we should start a club. People that can use magic eye prints. Big club for cool dudes and hot girls. And fucking, I need a third adjective.
Smarmy.
Smarmy NP. I legitimately ran out of adjectives after cool, after hot and cool.
Mild
brain said
temperature,
hot.
room temperature.
My brain said hot, cool, and then it went with it went to lukewarm immediately. And I was like, that would be a weird. Never, it's not important.
That feels a little insulting. Room temperature.
I know you've I pity the people who can't have such an incredible experience. Ah, it feels so good to take your destiny in your own hands, to have agency over your life, and be able to view photos in 3D whenever you want.
I have noticed.
I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. The red smear, you mean?
Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? Wonder if Susato-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case...
Yes, we need Iris.
We should show this to her before we forget. White cat photograph number 2's information has been updated in the court record. Hold on, I gotta scoot back into my... There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, I was in the present menu already.
Yeah, I guess present them? Yeah.
Oh, that looks like blood.
It sure does. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather.
Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me.
Poof. Blue or green. Purple. Damn it. That doesn't help us at all. Look at that.
Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it?
We simply must. I love that animation, by the way.
Yeah, it's really good.
We simply must add it to the little.
Little bop.
It makes a little noise too.
Yeah, I
Little
know.
Bop.
Bop.
We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it'd be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. We'll just have to start.
Well,
cutting
this particular stain of blood.
people. Knives.
Oh, you have an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is?
I think I do.
No idea.
Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction.
That's right. I think it's clear.
Iris, you know as well.
You first, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to?
Who wears leather gloves? Alright, I believe that this is the
Wears
blood
leather gloves.
of... It wasn't Windibank, because his blood was green. It wasn't
Was it Magnus? He.
Oh, right, yes,
Doesn't
because
he
his
wear gloves?
Well, technically it was the Mason's gloves, right? Because this is the original order.
Ah.
This is the original order, and his hands were covered in blood when he told fucking Beppo to come in here and drop that coat off.
All right.
So it's technically
Yes.
the guy he murdered's blood.
Makes sense.
Thrice fired Mason. Eh?
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there.
Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though.
The victim of the omnibus case. Good thing none of us is colorblind. I know, right?
Right.
Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. But that would mean this blood stain was left on the ticket 2 months ago.
Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windibanks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time.
So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago.
Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night.
Exactly. Oh, I get to... Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give them on a hand. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Yeah, that was my thought process, exactly.
Mr. Narhadel, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes.
I hope... in what way? Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope.
Yes, I think you're right, Bruno.
Very well. Let's make a note of this.
The details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the coat have been updated in the court record. The blood analysis data has been updated in the court record.
In the court record.
I believe that's all the information we're going to glean in here.
No, look. So, like, why? So go back to the pictures, though.
Yep.
Because the first one we picked up also had the blood stain on it. Were those? Do they have the same back? No, this one doesn't have a blood stain. It's the same ticket, but no fingerprint. 10 shillings. Wait, this is a different thing.
Yeah,
this is small box, 10 shillings.
This is the other side of it. It wouldn't be. He appears to use the blah blah blah. It's written in very state. Perhaps he ran out of paper, so he had to use anything on hand. It's hard to know what's the front and reverse side now. Yeah, I saw a little smudge on there, so I thought maybe it was something, but it's not. I haven't looked at this
that's
yet.
a pawnbroker symbol.
Ah.
It's the little 3 lamp symbol.
Hound of the Baskervilles. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How did Susato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? I forgot about that tidbit. I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me.
I'm so sorry. I found it on WikiLeaks.
Alright, so I just noticed something. If you go to the move menu, it says things like... you might miss what people say. Which makes me think that we forgot to talk to somebody in this room.
Ah.
I don't know. Let's just try everywhere. Hello, Mr. Horseman. There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside Windibanks. I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home. Poor Iris, she's very upset by all this. I'm sorry, I was there. I should have done more. None of this is your fault, Runo, so please don't apologize. But It's the criminals who are to blame for all this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them. Yes, you're right.
Criminal scum. Stop, criminal scum!
You have violated the law.
Violate the law. Pay the court a fine or face your sentence.
I wonder if can we talk to Ginny? I would love to have her coat.
Ginny!
She's not here. 16th April, local prison, cell 13. Gina doesn't appear to be here.
I believe she must be in questioning at the moment.
Oh, but wait a minute.
What is it, Iris?
Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped.
Oh my. Oh. I mean...
Oh my!
Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse.
Calm down, Runo. I was only joking, of course.
Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight your words carry.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have just thrown his head back and guffawed.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime.
That's me. Yes, come along then, Runo. Come along, Susie.
Sometimes I forget that I do the voices. They don't just sort of happen. There's nothing on
These voices don't issue forth from me by their own.
Oh, look, doesn't look like we can... Oh, we can go to the hospital. Let me check if Mr. Sholmes is back yet. He is not. Alright, well then that must mean there's more stuff to find in here, in the two places. Hi, Gregson. Can I present to you any of these clues? Will you help me? Inspector, what do you make of this?
Oh, what have we here then? What's all this then? Perhaps a ticket for an article to posted here, is it? Okay, forward drive, what's around? As Mr. Gojoka, the one the driver turned up with yesterday.
Oh, actually, no, it's not.
Really? You think you know better than me, do you?
No, I didn't mean to,
Mariner's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket.
Of course it is, of course it is. I'll never doubt you, your ladyship. So what's all this about then, if I won't be so bold as to ask?
This is a second ticket.
The second one.
It seems that Mr. McGilded, in fact, had another article in storage here at Windibanks.
This is crazy, now there are two of them.
This is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. The second redemption ticket. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat.
You mean to tell me?
Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems.
I shall insist that all the lads take it back to you and examine it properly. Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilded deposited another article here with Mr. Windibank. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue.
Well, yes, sir. I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at me. Those big turquoise eyes are full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. You'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go barking.
There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
That's enough sauce from you, sunshine. There's one thing that springs to mind. Oh, his ticket redemption deadline's already passed, yeah?
Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months.
So a small box will no longer be in here then.
That's not my
That's
voice.
right. It's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once.
You know what, Senor Tom? Oh! There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been Mr. McGilded's. The information's not written in the ledger.
Ugh.
Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, Your Ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old. Ah, it's taking us there automatically. Dong! Dong! Dong!
Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How can Mr. Winterbank set such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone.
That really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon.
Oh?
The trial's tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind.
Don't you remember, Rudo? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be a lawyer.
Really? Did I say that?
Yes.
You did.
The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. But what about the box? Whatever. We'll come back.
Not important. Too many. They can't find it. Too many boxes.
Too many boxes. Gabagool.
Gabagool.
16th April, 5:41 p.m. Local prison, cell 13. Ah, Gina. Good. You're back. Ha! Forgot that was also me.
Police must have finished questioning her.
Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Eh? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Winterbanks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point of asking? Won't change what everyone's saying, but I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. Eh? What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not?
I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruto to represent you.
Right, I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. What we've uncovered. Oh, alright then. Blimey, give it a rest with them eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say.
We don't know yet, Gina. Mr. Naruto and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime.
And while we haven't managed to yet work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into Winterbanks that night. I figured that out immediately. Looks like I'm gonna have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason, and thrust it in Gina's face. Or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. Objection! I mean, here.
Objection!
We found this in Mr.
Yelling in her
Winterbank's
face.
storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Ah! Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Winterbanks showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Ah! Why don't you tell us what happened, please? This is more interesting. Alright, yeah. It's Baskerville's story. It's the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's got to be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right?
Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds.
What? So, you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No, Ginny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if manuscript or whatever you call it really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place.
For Iris's sake, isn't that right?
Ah! We knew how you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But... I knew you wouldn't have anything mean done... I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the store, it reminded me of what you'd said the night before. Grown-ups don't like worse than that, believe me. Barefaced lawyers, a lot of them. You won't just ain't realised it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Winterbanks. You'll soon see if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean, I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you what I did. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. Ah, more dialogue options. It wasn't because of Iris, that's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all.
You want to know if Mr. Sholmes is being honest? If he really deposited the manuscript at Winterbanks?
Yeah. It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris's lot ain't like mine. She's got a dad, only she can't see him. No, I reckon it's gotta be harder. Susanta's face when she's
Well.
That's why she writes the stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories? About Daddy? You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective? So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Yes. Well, that's how I see it, yeah.
Yes.
You're so thoughtful and so kind, Ginny.
Yes. And we never thought any differently, did we?
Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense, do you hear? I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Cause if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, scarf her. I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat. Blood? Are some very suspicious red stains. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina now.
Blood!
Blood! Blood!
You did it.
Those
Blood
stains
for the
on the
blood
sleeves
god.
of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Okay, well that's
Blood,
cheating
Mr.
because this
Naruto.
pose doesn't have them.
Doesn't have what?
The blood stains, or unless they're just on the inside of the
Oh,
sleeve.
I see.
Oh, they probably are because she rolled it up. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Ah.
You don't appear to have any obvious wounds
Or they
yourself,
just
though.
didn't bother to
No, they just didn't
model
bother,
it.
yeah. So could it be blood that spattered from Mr. Winterbank when he was shot last night? Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Oris. Don't move, Jimmy. I'm going to shoot. Poof. What color is it? Purple.
Purple. It's Mr. McGilden's blood.
That's Mr. McGilden's blood.
Oh wait, no, Mason's.
That's
Mason's.
that's thrice fired my
Trice Bride Brayson's, bro.
Oh.
Oh my.
What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now.
The blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color. Which matches one of the samples we've collected perfectly.
Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Ah, yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. I knew it. What are you all on about? A victim? What do you mean?
It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruto, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means Omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed.
Oi, would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story. Okay. We can tackle this next time if we want.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's a good place to
Yeah,
start.
a fine time to
A
leave
fine
off.
time to start. So we can tackle the rest of that shit next time, whenever that is.
Maybe tomorrow, maybe never. Who knows? Have a good night.
Maybe never again. The very last stream.
Oops, I had a wrong button and it made a tweet by accident.
We're live.
It's fine. Everybody have a good night. Bye.